Section A looks easy, 16 one-mark questions. But remember, it is not a memory test. It is a thinking test. In this video, let's discuss why many students end up losing marks in Section A. Let me show you how examiners think using real questions from the ISC 2025 specimen paper. You can pause the video for 10 seconds and read this question carefully. Now listen to how an examiner expects you to think. This question is not asking where points K and T are. It is asking why they cannot be attained. A consumer can attain a point only if two conditions are satisfied. It must lie on the budget line and on the highest possible indifference curve. Now look at the diagram. Point K lies outside this budget line and does not lie on any indifference curve shown. The consumer does not have the income required to reach the point K. Point T lies inside the budget line, so it is affordable, but it lies on a lower indifference curve, which means lower satisfaction than point E. That is why neither K nor T is attained. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. K is beyond the consumer's financial capacity and T provides a lower level of satisfaction. I have explained this entire logic clearly in my consumer equilibrium video. You can check it from the card above or find the link in the description. Now look at this diagram showing the movement from point M to N. Many students will immediately say price falls and quantity demanded increases. That observation is correct, but it is not the answer. ISC is not asking here what happened. It is asking why this movement took place. The movement from M to N is a movement along the demand curve, which means it is caused by a change in the price of the commodity itself. Now, when price falls, relative prices change, leading to the substitution effect. At the same time, the fall in price increases real income, leading to the income effect. Since both substitution effect and income effect are operating, the correct answer must mention a fall in relative price as well as an increase in real income. Therefore, the correct answer is your option B. Any option that mentions only price or only income is incomplete. And that is exactly where students sometimes lose marks in Section A. Now let's come to this assertion reason question based on average revenue and marginal revenue. First, check the assertion. A firm is able to sell more quantity of a commodity by reducing its price. This statement is true. Now check the reason. The reason says when additional units are sold at a lower price, marginal revenue is less than its average revenue. This statement is also true. But remember, in assertion reason questions, truth is not enough. The key question is, does this reason logically explain this assertion? A firm sells more output here because price is reduced, which increases quantity demanded according to the law of demand. The fact that marginal revenue is less than its average revenue is a consequence of this price reduction, but not the cause of these higher sales. So even though both statements are true, the reason does not explain the assertion. Therefore, the correct answer is option B. Both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Now apply the same assertion reason logic to this question based on GST. First, look at the assertion. The assertion states that GST is a proportional tax. This statement is true. Now let's look at the reason. The reason states that the rate of tax remains the same irrespective of the level of income of people. This statement is also true. Now the next step is the most important one. Does the reason explain the assertion? Now what is proportional tax? A tax is called proportional when the rate of tax remains constant at all levels of income. Since GST is levied at a uniform rate, it fits exactly into the definition of a proportional tax. So in this case, both the reason and assertion are true, and the reason correctly explains this assertion. Therefore, the correct answer is option A. Before you move on, pause and run this 3-step checklist. Step 1. Identify the concept being tested. Is this consumer equilibrium, demand, revenue, or taxation? Step 2. Look for the cause. Most 1-mark questions don't test what you see. They test why it happens. Step 3. Check the logical link, especially in assertion reason questions. Does the reason actually explain the assertion? If you train your mind to do these 3 steps, you stop guessing and you start thinking like an examiner. And that is how you score in section A. If this video helped you, share it with one ISC student who is preparing for exams. Remember, understanding examiner thinking is the real exam strategy. See you soon.